Alright.
You know what's cool? Punks are cool. Not only is the entire genre of punk music, like, awesome, but the people who enjoy punk music are also really cool. And also the message that punk portrays, I also believe is cool, and today I'm going to persuade you on why I think everybody should enjoy punk music and be a punk. So number one is the style. I think that the leather and denim vests that they make too are really cool and are a really cool way of self-expression. When you make these vests, you put on patches of bands that you enjoy and that you've seen in concert. I have a denim vest that I've made with many band patches on them, but sadly, I haven't seen most of the bands that are on mine live because usually, they're dead, they're broken up, or they've just stopped touring, which really sucks because they're all really good bands. I think the Mohawks are also really cool because, and the whole dressing like this is a way of saying, I'm not going to conform to society by dressing differently and expressing themselves in different forms. Also, this is earlier in class we were talking about skinheads and whatnot, and this is what skinhead punks dress like. They wear jeans that are usually cuffed and rolled up a little bit with combat boots or Doc Martens. And Doc Martens are a really famous boot that became famous because of the punk scene. Also, these girls can be skinheads as well, and that's usually the typical attire that they wear as well. But you can consider yourself a skinhead and wear whatever you want, really. But that's the normal haircut that they have. The other thing that I like about punk music is the message behind it. Now, these pictures are pictures of album covers of different bands, and I like the message behind punk because it's basically not caring what anyone thinks. It talks about overthrowing governments and corrupt governments, but also hating cops because cops are pretty awful people. They racially discriminate all the time. And I have a story too, because my dad, he was a real punk. He was in that time, that generation, and he got to experience all the music and see all the really cool bands, which I think is really awesome. But him and his friends were just walking down the street one time, doing nothing wrong, but because of the way they dressed, because they dressed like punks. My dad used to have like a mohawk that was like tall and everything with Liberty spikes, which is just like the single spikes, not many spikes. But because of the way they dressed, the cops stopped them and frisked them, that's why I also don't like cops. They kill unarmed people and racially discriminate against almost everyone. But another thing that I like about the message of punk is to accept everyone for who they are and to not discriminate against anyone. Punks welcome everyone with open arms. They don't care what music you listen to, but as long as your ideals and views are good, and as long as you're not racist or a Nazi, you're welcome. These are some of the bands that also, all those bands in the previous slide, I listened to all of them, and I can explain some of them to you. Os Rotten is a really good anarcho-punk band, which means it's a subgenre of punk, and the main point is that they're all about anarchy and talk and sing about social issues and stuff like that. And I actually have that patch, the Os Rotten against Nazis, and it says fuck Nazi sympathy, and I agree with that. But with talking about the political issues, the Waste Youth album is talking about Reagan, and most punks don't believe in conservative views because it's all about, looking out for the rich and screwing over the poor. But these are some of the bands that I listen to as well. There's Minor Threat, which this is Minor Threat in concert, and then the lead singer is Ian MacKaye, and Minor Threat is like a huge stepping stone in punk. They started the straight edge scene, which is where you don't smoke, you don't drink, and sometimes if you're really into straight edge, they do abstinence as well. But another thing that's with punk is that there's a lot of stereotypes, and one of those is that punks are bad people, and that's not true. Punks are really great people. I mean, we accept everyone. We've been given a bad name because of the way we look or dress, and when in reality, I mean, the majority of punks are good, regular people. And I believe that's why everyone should be a punk. We're great. Well, I mean, we accept everyone. We have great views, and